my top 10 least favorite movies. These are comedies that did not work at all. There was no humor in them. They were just overlong. They were just boring. Number 10 is actually my top 10 least favorite comedies. How about that? Oh my god, number 10. Oh man, this is a horrible, horrible, horrible movie. Biodome. Ew, Biodome, alright. This movie is so terrible. Actually, top 10 unintentionally funny movies. This is just not funny. Not funny. Not even interesting. Just a boring clash of movie cliches, and it's just it's a fail. It's a fail. It's made to fail, and just the characters in it are so stupid, and you don't care about anybody, and you just want everybody to just leave. The characters are some of the most unlikable characters of all time. But I think it's unintentionally funny because it's just so many things happen to him, and you kind of laugh because how stupid it is. Like, what? How do you think about this entire movie? Number 9, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. What a horrible sequel, but at the same time, it is so unintentionally funny. It is hilarious. I'm giving it a D, though, because it's not a good movie, but it's hilarious, because it's just so dumb. I mean, when I say dumb, I mean dumb. I mean, this was just, I just begged, however you say, begged this movie to end. I needed this movie to end. It was such a terrible, cliche experience. I hated watching this movie. I hated watching this movie. I felt like turning off so many times, but no, I stayed, I watched it. Because that's what I do. I watch movies. I try to watch movies so I can review them, tell you guys how they are. Because I'm a movie buff, and it's just it wasn't from Ghost Rider 2. Number 8, Catwoman. The costumes in this movie are just hilarious. I mean, bomb of the barrel hilarious. I mean, it's just, you don't need this. You don't need this. This is not a good movie at all. Number 7 is one of the most disgraceful movies I've ever seen. There was so much. But at the same time, it is so funny. Total Recall 2012 remake. It's funny because there's so many things wrong with it. Like, they made some goofy errors in this movie. They made some goofy errors. Like, the action is silly, and the story is uninteresting, and just the acting in the movie is the Razzie level, and it's awful. I do not recommend it. It is such a cheap piece of absolute insulting. Oh. But at the same time, it is so funny. Number 5. This was such a horrible, horrible movie with no plot, and it's the first ghostwriter. Well, actually, that one's okay, but it is so, so funny. I don't know, it's just not a very good movie. It was okay, but it's just the action in it was so silly and over the top, and the villain was just it's just the villain in it is stupid. Stupid villain. What a horrible, 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 horrible villain. It has no tension to him at all. You don't even feel any tension. Sorry about that. My nose is just all runny. My nose has been running lately. Non-stop. Today. My nose has been running non-stop today. Yeah. This was just an absolutely horrible movie. Number 4 is, Garbage Pail Kids. The title even says it's garbage. This movie is offensive. I mean, seriously, who wrote this piece of garbage? Has no art to it whatsoever. It's like a double. You get a Happy Meal and they forget the bun. I mean the sandwich. They forget the sandwich. This is a bland movie. Number 3, superhero movie. What a horrible comedy. I mean, what a horrible comedy. It was not funny at all. It was just... But it was unintentionally funny. Because it was so stupid, but... Yeah, you kind of knew that. Number 2, there's actually 2 movies that made it to level 2. They're both number 2. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace and Batman and Robin. Those are the 2 number 2s. Both of those movies. I mean, I could grab a bottle of water, open it, and then just throw it on the DVD. I mean, throw it on the disc. So spill the water everywhere, all over those discs. I rather I don't know what I'd rather do to see this movie again. This was such a awful movie. This was such a horrible, 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 horrible comedy. Well, actually, they're not comedy. They're action flicks, but both of them are just so freaking hilarious. But even though they're absolute dog garbage, they're both horrible. Number 1, The Wicker Man, starring Nicolas Cage. This is a horrible movie, but you kind of know that. You kind of know that. You kind of know this is a horrible movie, but it has Nicolas Cage in it. But this is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It's that funny, even though it is stupid. It is a lazy production of a film that does not need to be made. It is horrible, it is horrible, it is horrible, but it is funny. To me, it's maybe even funnier than some. It's way funnier than some of the comedies made now. It's even, in some ways, it's even funnier than some of the comedies that is made now. That is a big leap. All I could say is definitely funnier than Jack and Jill. What an awful comedy. That was horrible, horrible comedy. I hate it. It's so horrible. I hated Jack and Jill. That was everything about it. And Adam Sandler getting together with stupid. Ugh. Adam Sandler plays both Jill, which is a girl, and Adam Sandler's a boy. What? How do you expect me to believe that? That seriously offended me. It's really that bad. But guys, there's my list, and in the description, tell me or make a video about it, about your list. And see you guys later.